It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Steelers, leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Steelers and the Vikings, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Glad to have you all with us for another dose of NFL action. Kate Scott and Brock Heward here in the booth for you. And Brock, if the build-up to kickoff has been any indication this week, man, we're in store for a good one.
Yeah, we never have an NFL game without the two sides doing a little drawing in the days leading up to it. It's the game before the game, right? Any edge that you could create, but now, well, now's the time to kick it off, where you actually take care of business on the field, and you know that both sides are ready to go.
Here to begin this one is Jackpot Lesney. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And they'll be led out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
And even if he's still pretty early in his career, we know he is perfectly comfortable and settled into this spot as the be-all, end-all for this offense. Every time you take the field as a quarterback, you know you're gaining experience. You're getting more comfortable in the role. And as he goes forward, he tries to learn and take something away from each and every one of these moments.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Well, this late in the year, Brock, just about every team in the league, as we all know, is battling some injury woes, and these guys are no exception.
It's an unfortunate byproduct of any sport, but especially the trauma involved in this sport. You're going to lose guys over the course of a season, and the later in the season you're dealing with injuries, the more the depth of your roster is so tested. And now it's time for those lesser-known names to make their name.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. And bringing them out someone this defense is really going to have to keep an eye on, this mobile QB.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
He's on the move. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way! Did not want to start like that. They get their shot to show what they can do, and they cough it up immediately, and they're off the field in one play.
Did you see what I saw there, Kate? I think I saw the excitement leave their body as somebody else was on top of that fun ball. If you're the type to believe in omens, well, this is a very worrying start to this game.
Minnesota all set to go for its second drive. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Throwing now, following the turnover. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Man in motion here. Play action on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Running this one left. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. They'll run here, following the penalty. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. Now, after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. So, not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Pass play now. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Trying the right side. He breaks the tackle. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Now a give running right. And this one only gets up to about the 5-yard line. They made it 3 yards on the tote. It'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing from near his own goal line. And oh, he missed over the middle there. Lucky that one didn't end up worse. That's swatted away, incomplete. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Setting up a throw. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And the fair catch is made just about a yard or two short of midfield. So no return on that punt. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Hits him on the out route. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. This one misses the tight end, and it sets up 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. Throwing the out route complete. And this isn't resolved quite yet as he goes out. We've got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be on the offense.
Holding. Offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Running it after the penalty. Juke the defender. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. First time this game they've looked to him. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. They're throwing it. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. So the Vikings sending out the field goal team here. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. So no kickoff just yet. Receiving team wants to adjust how it's lined up, and they call timeout. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Steelers ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And he's been more than just his passing touchdowns this season. In fact, you can see it right here. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing scores late in the campaign. To throw here on 1st down. Flush down out to his left. He's on the move. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 1st down.
So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. 1st down, he takes the snap. Short pass brought in. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Airing it out on 1st down. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. He'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They'll throw it. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
The Steelers set to punt it. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be Vikings football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right, doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Blown back, gets the handoff. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It's a gain of only 1 yard. That's going to leave him with a 4th and 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
The Vikings getting their punt team out. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. The Steelers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And it's been impossible to contain this guy as both a passer and a runner all season. Late in the year, look, he's the leader among quarterbacks in rushing yards. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Dump off, caught by his back. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a Steelers 1st down. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Just 3-0 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. They're going play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
To throw it on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, you kind of know this is going to happen at least a couple of times this season. They catch the rookie there for roughing the passer.
Yeah, I think this coach would like to have a governor. Kind of like on golf carts, you know, so you don't act crazy and a fool. Some of these rookie defenders, I know coaches would love to put a governor on them for a little bit of discipline that just doesn't naturally come for a rookie.
Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it's second down coming up. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Ooh, he missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's fourth down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Vizcaino sends it through. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Fielded at the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Vikings now set to take the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Back to pass on 1st and 10. It is caught left side. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding, offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. They'll try and throw it here. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag.
Defense.
Man, there's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them, and the penalty gives them a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it perfectly. We had him right where we wanted, and we let him off the hook.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Back to the well again. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding, offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Throwing on 2nd and real long here. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. They go play action on first. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. 2nd and 10 now. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Looking for a throw here. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They've got 1st down from the 31. Throwing it to start this drive. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Back-to-back carries here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Another carry for him. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. This time, it's a passing play. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. He's going to throw this one. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Throwing this back in the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. So before this is punted away, officials stepping in. Looks like a timeout was called by the receiving team. 4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. from the 31. Hits him on the out route. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's all the way down to the 36. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
First down, ball at the 36. Now looking to throw. Complete over the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. All right, here we go. Second down. Back to throw now. Finds him on the slant. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Third and just 2 to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
A gain they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They're going to throw it on third and long. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. Decent gain here, but short of the first. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. He'll throw it. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But fortunately, the Vikings stay calm. They were able to get to it. Crisis averted. They keep possession. So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. Here's a give up the middle. And an opening doesn't materialize. He's cut near the line of scrimmage. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. The Steelers and this running back headed back out for a new series. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. Throwing now from the gun. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. Man, there's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them, and the penalty gives them a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it perfectly. We had him right where we wanted, and we let him off the hook.
after a good pickup. They've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's on the move. He'll step up, and there he goes. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Following the play, one of the Vikings in some distress as they hurry the medical staff out to look at him. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Steelers take the lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Vikings getting one more drive here before the break. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. Pass play on 1st and 10. And the catch is made, but he's out of bounds. Oh, wait a second, but there's a penalty on the play. Man, there's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them, and the penalty gives them a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it perfectly. We had him right where we wanted, and we let him off the hook.
Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Ball start. Offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. 2nd and 15. Hauled in left side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Back to throw it. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So we arrive at halftime here in Pittsburgh. The Steelers leading after 2. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville. And it's the Bengals who have the lead in the 2nd quarter. The Bengals trying to hold on and claim victory. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. The Bears seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. A 10-point victory in the end. 24-14, the final.